The most difficult day by far to predict. Even though day three's predictions are going to be incredibly challenging, and we will be getting into why that's the case a little bit later on, I am very, very happy, overjoyed, relieved that we were able to get all 4 correct predictions on day 2 as well. We're 8 for 8 right now, everyone. So I know going into this day 3, things are going to be pretty dang uncertain, but I'm resting pretty dang easy knowing that I'm assuming a lot of you guys were able to get that Rage Quit Tara skin, and judging on your comments, which have made me very, very happy that you guys were able to get it, it seems like a lot of you have been able to. But just for a little bit of an overhaul here, I had to share this with all of you. I ended up getting another Rage Tara skin from just day 2's predictions, as well as interacting with the streams. As you can see here on day 1, I didn't get any of the points, and then day 2 we got all 4 of the predictions correct. And then engaging with the live stream itself, we were able to get 1,000 points during yesterday's matches as well. So 2 times over. I'm hoping a lot of you guys were able to get it, but if you haven't, try not to lose hope. We still got 1 more day to work with. However, much like at the beginning of yesterday's video, I also want to enjoy the fruits of our labor here in this one on our cursed Tara account, specifically dedicated to the World Finals. I made it about 2 hours before the World Finals. I plugged in the same exact predictions and interacted with the stream, and we got 1,000 points. So a brand new cursed Tara account. And we're going to skip all the other stuff and just go straight to the Tara so you guys can see actually unlocking Tara if you don't have her on your account, which is so freaking cool, man. Let's go. So would you look at that? I don't know what we're going to do with this account, but either way, it's a very enjoyable experience. And you know, I would highly recommend, if you were able to get the Tara skin already on your main account and you want to mess around, it's very, very easy to make a cursed account like this, and I'm assuming we should be able to get enough points during day 3 to get a whole nother skin, much like we did during day 1 and day 2. But with that fun stuff out of the way, we don't have anything else to get into except the predictions, and I want to lead this off with some good news and some bad news here. I think we'll start with the bad news. As I've been trying to say, day 3 predictions are on a entirely different level of difficulty in nailing the correct ones. It's pretty dang likely that we're going to be getting some predictions wrong here during day 3. It's just the nature of day 3, but again, I'm sleeping good at night knowing that we got 8 out of 8 during day 1 and day 2. So no hard feelings, you guys can take these. Seeing that I've been doing it throughout this entire process, I thought it was only right to at least tell you guys or show you guys what I'm voting for if you just want to continue copying me, but just know it might be wrong. But with the bad news out of the way, let's get into the good news, where most of the points that you are going to be able to generate here during day 3 are not in the predictions. It's going to be interacting with the live stream. I'm not 100% certain or confident in this statement, but I would not be surprised if you could accumulate 1,000 points from 0 just by interacting with the live stream here during day 3, and you get none of the predictions right at worst case scenario. There are just so many different games being played here today, so many opportunities to get points, that I think you guys should be good even if the predictions go bad. But you know, without any further ado, let's get straight away into day 3 here. The very first match is up against Zeta1 and Reply Totem. Both played phenomenally, but as I was saying before, I think Zeta 1 and Zeta 0 are the top dogs of the tournament, even though Zeta 0 had a very, very close performance in yesterday's matches. The other Zeta team, Zeta 1, was super solid, and I think they are leading the pack when it comes to all of the teams here. The only thing that could hold them back is very strange drafts. I feel like that's Zeta's weak point, but technical skill, they are insane. So I'm going to be giving this one to Zeta 1. Next up, we have STMN versus Team Queso. I definitely have much more knowledge when it comes to STMN. Both of them are not like finishing first place in their region or anything like that. STMN taking 3rd place in the NA region, and Team Queso taking 4th here in the EU region. But what I've been seeing a lot for these day 3 predictions is people are favoring STMN to take this one. I feel like STMN has a ton of LAN experience, in-game some experience playing in person, which is super important during World Finals, which I think we saw come handedly in the Tribe NA versus Navi matches. And SDMM really heated up during the later half of the monthly finals and the year. I have a really good feeling STMN is going to win this one, but I can't be certain. I'm going to be going with my gut feeling and what I've been seeing in the community, so we're going to be going with STMN. Moving on here, we have Tribe EU versus Zeta Zero. So I feel like if it were yesterday and I didn't see the matches that were played yesterday, I would be voting for Zeta Zero, no questions asked, just because of the whole nature, the vibes that you get from people discussing about Zeta. People are basically talking like they are the gods of the World Finals, but I feel like they got a little bit of a chink in their armor after yesterday's matches with such a close game up against Chazmag Gaming. Everyone thinking it was going to be a blowout, but they went literally game 5 last game. Again, I feel like the biggest thing that holds them back is their drafts are a little bit questionable. They bring in very unconventional brawlers into game modes that aren't like crazy meta, but they just play those brawlers exceptionally well and they just make it work. And I don't know if that's going to carry them throughout the entire tournament. The whole logic behind this one, on top of what I've been seeing inside the community, is I feel like Tribe EU would have been able to beat Chazmag pretty dang well in yesterday's matches, and Zeta Zero had a pretty tricky time with them. So I'm just going to be going with what I'm thinking here, Tribe EU. Oh boy. This one is going to be a challenging game. We have Tribe NA versus SK Gaming. Now, admittedly, during yesterday's matches, we really weren't able to see a whole lot from SK. They beat the team that they went up against pretty handedly. But what we know from SK, their strong points, is their drafts are immaculate. They are high IQ players, and they have the best drafts out of all the teams in this entire tournament. In the last World Finals, Tribe NA was able to beat SK Gaming. I feel like they have a good hold over the strategies that SK has, even though they're constantly coming up with new ones. And on top of that, seeing what Tribe NA did yesterday, how they're performing right now in the World Finals, is super inspiring. I think Tribe NA is going to be able to walk away with this one. Next up, we have Zeta 1 versus STMN, and this is why day 3 is so dang tricky, because if anything goes wrong with the predictions that we did just now, these are going to be messed up as well. It's the nature of day 3 and why it's so dang challenging. But we have Zeta 1 versus STMN. Zeta 1 hasn't given me any reason to doubt what everyone has said this far about Zeta and how good they are. They played so dang well during their matches, and I think they're going to make it very, very far into this tournament. So I'm going to be going with Zeta 1 here. Now we got... Oh my goodness, in our predictions, we have Tribe EU versus Tribe NA. They're put in the same bracket. Isn't that freaking funny? This is a potential. I don't really want to predict this one, but if I would have to say, I feel like Tribe NA's team is a little bit better than Tribe EU's. Based on the performance that we saw yesterday, Tribe NA is competing at a very, very high caliber. They're playing exceptionally well. So I think Tribe NA would beat out Tribe EU, but that's a tricky one. Don't like doing that. And now we predict the winner, the final match. We have Zeta 1 versus Tribe NA. Now, throughout all of these different days of predictions, I said I would not let bias come into the equation when I was doing these predictions, so you guys could get the best points, the best chances to get this Tara skin. However, this is going to be the only exception. Seeing that we're in day 3 predictions and the nature of it, even this outcome here, the final match versus Tribe NA and Zeta 1, could be completely different. So I might just be guessing at something that is completely wrong at this point. So I think I'm just going to be going with Tribe NA, but make sure to keep in mind all the stuff that we talked about Zeta. A lot of people are thinking that they're the top dogs. They won the World Finals last year. They're playing very, very well this year. So I would not hold it against you to go with Zeta 1, but Tribe NA playing super, super good as well, and I really want them to win. So those are my predictions here for day 3. It is very, very hard for me to be as confident as I was for day 1 and day 2. Make sure to keep that in mind. But like I said before, I think in terms of points and trying to get the most, you guys should be prioritizing prioritizing interacting with the stream and the points being collected over there rather than the predictions. Hopefully we can get a handful of 125 points, getting a few of these predictions right for day 3, but the most of them are going to be coming from just interacting. So make sure to stay diligent in that stream here today and try to get as many points as you possibly can. But there you have it, you guys. More than likely some of the predictions that we make here for day 3 are going to be a little bit wrong, but again, I'm very happy that we did good for day 1 and day 2, and a lot of you guys were able to get that skin. But best of luck if you happen to miss out on day 1 and day 2. I'm crossing my fingers for you guys that you have a good experience with the predictions and you're able to get that Rage Quit Tara skin here. But yeah, everyone, hopefully this voting series was helpful for you guys in general. If it was, I would really appreciate it if you slap a like on the video. And yeah, with that being said, have a phenomenal rest of your day, have fun with the World Finals viewing, and we'll see you all in the next one. Adios and take care.